Hello and welcome to Mountain Patriot Homestead. Today we are in the kitchen. I've got my apron on and we're going to be trying a recipe that I hope you find perfect for this time of year. I know everyone has their own holiday traditions, and for us, when I was growing up, fudge was something we only had at Christmas time. That was a very special treat. Mama made it, and we looked forward to it. And I made it for the kids. I still make it, of course, not to the degree that I made it when I had 3 boys at home, but fudge wasn't something that we cooked throughout the year or that we made throughout the year. However, there are so many different flavors other than just chocolate fudge that we can kind of tweak it to make it perfect no matter what season we're in. And with our weather right now, it's kind of hard to tell what season we're in. The calendar says spring, flowers are blooming, the garden's growing, but it's in the 40s today. And in a couple of weeks it's going to be in the 80s, so it's all over the place. But today we're going to be making a lemon fudge, and I've never made this before, so we're going to try it together, and I'm going to give you my honest assessment at the end of it to let you know what I think about it. I love lemon, I love fudge, but I've never had lemon fudge, so let's get started. This recipe uses 3 ingredients, and many of you may already have these in your kitchen cabinets or pantry, and if you do, hey, grab those things out and we'll do this together. But the first thing is some type of white bark. I'm just using a vanilla flavored almond bark, and it needs 24 ounces of that. It needs 1 box of 3.4 ounce of instant lemon pudding, and it needs a 14 ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Now, it doesn't say whether it can be the fat-free or whatever, so if you've got sweetened condensed milk, use what you've got. Now, not evaporated milk, but the sweetened condensed milk, because it is different, just in case you didn't know that. So I am heating up the oven, preheating the oven to 200 degrees, because the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to melt this almond bark. And I do that in the oven. If you didn't see that on my previous video where I use the oven to melt my bark, the almond bark for candy, that is the easiest way I've found to melt it. And there you go, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. The oven's preheated. And what I do is I use a metal mixing bowl that I have, and I just put that 24 ounces of almond bark in there for about 5 minutes, and then I'll check it, stir it, see if it's soft and melted. If it is, I'll take it out and we'll get the other ingredients added. So let me get that almond bark in the oven and we'll be right back. While the almond bark is being softened in the oven, I have taken out my 8x8 little casserole dish. This is just a Anchor casserole dish. You can use whatever you've got. If you use one larger than this, of course your fudge is going to be thinner, you know, in depth-wise. If you use a smaller one, it's going to be thicker. But this is an 8x8, and I'm just coming in here with a piece of foil. You could use parchment paper. And because it's not going to be hot when you put it into the dish, you could actually even use plastic wrap. But I'm just going to use a piece of tin foil, aluminum foil. I'm sorry, I'm old school. I still call it tin foil, but I'm going to use this because this will make it easier to lift out when we're done. So I'm just working that down into the corners. Again, this don't have to be perfect. I just want a way to be able to get it back out once it's ready. So, there we go. Just that easy. And here in just a second, I'm going to be checking to make sure that our almond bark is melting and coming along. And while that almond bark is in the oven softening up, I am going to be opening up this can of sweetened condensed milk so it'll be ready to go. And I just wanted to show off my new can opener. Now, I know, everybody's like, okay, well, it's a can opener. But I'm very proud of this one. I received this as a gift from my oldest. And this is a safety, it's called a safety can opener. Auto safety lid lifter, and it is, I know I'm going to mispronounce this name, but I think it is a Kuhn Rikon, but it's a Swiss design. And the best part about it is when you cut it, it leaves no sharp edges around the top of your can to get cut on, or on your lid to get cut on. And you can just put the lid back on there if you're reusing your can for, say you're opening a can of cat food. I know some people use canned cat food. You could just put that lid back on and it would pretty much be sealed back up. You put it in your refrigerator. But I am using this today to open this. Now I want to show you something in case you get one of these and you're thinking, it don't work. Well, if you try fast, now of course it's not going to do it today, but a lot of times if you put it on here and you try to turn it fast, it'll just keep popping off. You don't have to get all crazy. All you've got to do is just go slow. And I love how these curve. It makes it so easy for those of us that may be having grip issues. And once it gets all the way around, you can feel it and you just turn it backwards. It releases, and it's got this little, let me check my almond bark real quick and I'll be right back. Nope, wasn't ready yet. Okay, so it has this little white button here, and it operates this little pair of almost like pliers on the side, and you use it to just take and lift that lid right off of there. See how easy? And nothing sharp, and I like that because I cut myself enough without there being just unexpected sharp things around, which, lids should be expected to be sharp, but the less sharp things I have to do goofy things with, the better I like it. So I'm just going to go ahead and have this stuff ready to go into that almond bark once it gets done. Now I have set it for about 5 minutes the first time, then I set it for a couple more minutes, and it still needs to soften a little more. So, it's taking a little more time today. I swear the weather has something to do when you're making anything that involves candy making stuff, because it just never works the same way twice. But just have patience. Don't overdo the heat on your almond bark because you don't want it to burn. You don't want to scorch it because who wants scorched candy? So I am going to clean this up and keep checking my almond bark until it's ready, and then we're going to add all this stuff into it. Okay, I'm back with my bowl that has been in the oven melting that almond bark. Now if you're wondering why I didn't just use a microwave or perhaps a double boiler, I don't have either one of those, and so I just use my oven. Now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to add that 3.4 ounces of instant lemon pudding, and I'm going to put in my 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk. Get all of that out of there because that's some good stuff. Am I saying it's good for you? No. But is it good? Yes. Alright, and then the next thing I do is I just mix all of this up together. And I want to get all of this done before it starts cooling, because I don't want it to harden up in this pan. I want it to come together in the other one. Now, if you want this to be more yellow, to look more lemony, you can put food coloring in it. I try to not put food coloring in things if I don't have to. I mean, at my age, I eat enough food coloring that if it's going to do me any harm, it's already got a good start. So it's not that. It's just, you know, it's not needed for this right now, because I'm the one looking at, oh, did you see it? Look at it pulling right there. I'm just trying to get that last little bit down in there mixed up. It smells lemony. I'll give you that. It smells like lemons, even if it don't look bright yellow like lemons. Let me get that out of the way. Pull this over here. We're just gonna try. Whew, it's starting to get thick. It is getting thick. All right, see how it's already hardening up there, which is okay. That's what we want it to do. But I want it to do that in this pan here. Excuse me. Mama would have called that a boarding house reach. Alright, I'm just pushing that down in there. Now, it's not ready yet, because now we have to endure waiting. Alright, I've got that flattened down in there. And like I said, we can't just jump off in it. What we're going to have to do now is put it in the refrigerator for a couple of hours, let it cool down, and then we'll be able to slice it. So bear with me. Let's get it cool, and then we'll try it. Alright? We've let our lemon fudge set up in the refrigerator for about 2 hours. So I'm just going to see how easy that helps that come out of there. So I'm just going to put it down here on the cutting board. Just pull that off the edges. Just peeling it back. Maybe not doing that. But, yeah, just pull it right off. And if some of it sticks, well, just have to go back and get it. Alright, there we go. Throw that off to the side. And so we're just gonna cut it into little chunks or big chunks, just depends on your preference. I'm gonna go smaller because I know with that much sweet stuff in there, it is gonna be so rich that just a little piece is gonna do me. So let's get that cut up. It's pretty texture though. See that? It's pretty. You'll know here in a minute how it tastes. Let me just get the rest of this cut up into little chunks, and then we'll try it. So here is our plate of lemon fudge, and I have to laugh because I'm thinking about if you serve this at a family barbecue, some get-together, picnic, and you put this out, I'm just imagining the faces of folks that would be trying to put this on their baked potato or on their piece of bread, because it sure does look like butter. So that may be a reason to try to add a little bit more yellow coloring to it, because no doubt this looks like chunks of butter. So I could see somebody, you know, Uncle Fred trying to put this on his baked potato, and just the look of surprise might be worth it though. So I'm going to try a piece of this. And I've tried to cut these into reasonable pieces, and that made quite a bit of fudge, but I just want to give it a try and then give you my honest opinion of what I think about this lemon fudge. Well, it's creamy, and I taste the milk in it, but I'm telling you what I'm not tasting just a lot of, and that's lemon. It's got a very, very faint lemon taste. I'm trying to think of what to compare it to. There's a lemon cookie that you can get that just has a very light lemon flavor to it. That's what this reminds me of. It doesn't taste like tart lemon pie. It doesn't have a strong lemon flavor, is just what I'm trying to get to. So if you like more of a lemon flavor, I would say go in there, and I probably would on another batch, is I would go in there and add some lemon flavoring, and I would add it to the sweetened condensed milk and stir it up before I put it into the melted almond bark or white chocolate, so that way I didn't take any risk of, you know, some of your extracts, like some of your more generic extracts may have a little water in them, and if they do, that can cause some of your melted stuff to seize up or, you know, freeze up, and you don't want that to happen. But if you mix that lemon extract in directly with your sweetened condensed milk, I think you would be okay. And I would also do the same if you're going to add food coloring to it. I would stir it in with the sweetened condensed milk first. If you're a candy maker and you have better advice, please put it down in the comments below. It's not going to upset me at all, because, you know, I don't know everything there is to know, especially about candy making. So anyway, as far as this being lemon fudge, it is definitely fudge. It's got the creaminess of fudge. It doesn't taste bad, but it doesn't have a strong flavor of lemon like I prefer. So I would definitely go back in here and add a lemon extract to bump up the lemon flavor to it. So that's my assessment of the lemon fudge. Am I going to throw it out? Nope, it still tastes good, but, you know, just give it a try. You may like it. You may like this lighter lemon flavor. If you like a strong lemon flavor, just put more lemon flavor in it. So there you go. That is my 3-ingredient lemon fudge. Give it a try, and then let me know down in the comments below what you thought. Would you change anything, or do you have a recipe that you would like to share with us? So please let us know, and come back again real soon. If you've not subscribed, please do so, and if you have, thank you so much. We love y'all. We hope you come back again real soon. Mountain Patriot Homestead, signing out.